KTN News.
So shift our focus to matters politics at the Nairobi County, where the Nairobi County Assembly members are today set to vote on an impeachment motion to oust the Nairobi Governor Mombasa Sonko. This is despite the Employment and Labour Relations Court ordering the County Assembly not to proceed with the motion. And as Nicholas Wambua now reports, Sonko is accused by a section of the County Assembly members of taking some members for an holiday in an attempt to sabotage the process.
Yet another showdown looms at City Hall. The Nairobi County Assembly members will be casting their votes in an attempt to impeach the Governor Sonko. Just a day before that crucial vote, the Governor and a section of MCAs are in Mombasa for an alleged holiday.
And we also ask the security to swing in and bring our members back. As now we are dealing with two ladies in the house, in the office, who are asking where their husbands are, members of the County Assembly.
But the Governor, through his spokesperson Ben Mulwa, despite not denying his visit to Mombasa, argues that he has every right to meet his fellow leaders from the County Assembly.
And if it happens that there would be an interaction between the Governor and the MCAs, there will be nothing wrong with that, because for purposes of either this motion to succeed tomorrow or to be defeated, the Governor needs the support of MCAs.
These developments, despite the Employment and Labour Relations Court, through Justice Nzioki Makau, pronounced itself on the matter on Monday, directing the County Assembly not to proceed with the impeachment motion. Sonko now accuses the Assembly members of defying the same constitution they're accusing the Governor of not upholding.
If indeed these people believe they have valid grounds to pursue the impeachment of the Governor, and if indeed they believe that they have a right to articulate those issues for the people of Nairobi, then it must also be done within the confines of the law. They cannot be breaking the law at the same time accusing the Governor of breaking the law. That is the height of impunity and hypocrisy.
If the Nairobi County Assembly convenes the impeachment meeting on Thursday as planned, they will need a quorum of 82 members, which is the 2/3 constitutional requirements for governor's removal. The question now remains, by the time the motion is tabled on the floor on Thursday, will the County Assembly have whipped the required members to meet the constitutional threshold? Nicholas Wambua, KTN News in Nairobi.
So just a slight correction right there. The picture used in that story of Justice Nzioki Makau is actually the picture of Laikipia Governor Nderitu Muriithi. We do apologize to the Governor for that mix-up. Once again, the picture that has been used in that story is of Justice Nzioki Kamau is actually the picture of Laikipia Governor Nderitu Muriithi. We do apologize to the Governor for that mix-up. But then, just still on that story, when it comes to impeaching the embattled Nairobi Governor Mombasa Sonko, I'd like to bring in my colleague Nicholas Wambua joining us from our City Centre studios. Wambua, good morning. You've been keenly following up on this story. So the MCAs have decided to go ahead and impeach the governor despite a court order barring them to impeach him pending, the hearing and determination of the case that the governor took at the Labour Relations Court.
Good morning to you, Brenda, Zeda, and we are expecting the County Assembly today in the afternoon to convene the sitting as they have insisted, despite the fact that the court barred them from sitting in this impeachment sitting, whereby they are planning to oust the governor today. They have vowed to continue and to move on with the motion. But some allegations came yesterday that the governor took some members of the County Assembly to Mombasa for a vacation. Some people saying that it was a move that was aimed at defeating the motion today by ensuring that there's no quorum in the meeting today in the County Assembly. But, Brenda, what is important is that the court ruled on Monday against this impeachment motion, and now the MCAs are going forward to conduct the same. And yesterday, as we were speaking to the governors, or with the governor's spokesperson, Mr. Ben Mulwa, he said the governors, the County Assembly members who are moving or who are pushing to have the governor ousted are acting with impunity because the court ruled against this particular step. the same thing that they're saying that the governor, among the allegations, are that the governor has acted against the Constitution and against the law. So now the members of County Assembly moving to impeach the governor today through this motion, and bearing in mind that the court ruled against it, the governor's spokesperson Ben Mulwa is saying that it is the highest act of impunity, because again now they are going against the law by defying the court orders that were issued by Justice Makau Nzioki of the Employment and Labor Relations Court. So we are waiting to see what will happen, because as some people are saying, they may end up with not enough quorum to defeat or to impeach the governor, because according to the law, they need a 2/3 majority of members of the county assembly. In this case, with Nairobi having 122 members of county assembly, they need at least 82 members to be able to pass this motion. But the allegations are that the number of members of county assembly in Mombasa currently stands at 38. That means that they have less than the number that is required to be able to push this motion. So we'll see whether the county assembly members who are pushing for the motion today, if they are going to postpone it or what will happen, because if they proceed as it is right now, they have no quorum at all to be able to impeach the governor. So we are waiting in the afternoon to see what happens. Brenda, remember, one of the reasons as to why they are saying that they wanted to impeach the governor is acting against the law. And this, they are saying that it is in regards to the County Appropriation Bill 2020, which was 37.5 billion Kenya shillings that the governor rejected to approve, saying that there were mistakes. They did not follow the due process that is in coming up with the budget. And in this budget, 27.3 billion Kenya shillings was supposed to head to the Nairobi Metropolitan Services, which is headed by Major General Mohamed Badi. And it is said that this is one of the reasons as to why now the members of County Assembly are pushing to impeach the governor. Remember, the governor rejected this bill, saying that the 27.3 billion that was supposed to head to NMS, the NMS was unconstitutional, and therefore it did not qualify to get these amounts of money. So it is said that now this problem began when Sonko rejected this particular budget. So we are waiting to see what will happen, Brenda, in the afternoon. To you.
Right. Wamba, you know, you bring in a very important subject, a very important topic into this discussion about, you know, the number of members of MCs who are required to be in the House so as to see that the impeachment motion is successful. But let's talk about also the signature collection. So at least 86, you know, MCs are said to have appended their signature when it comes to that impeachment motion. The now 82 MCs come out to say that they did not append their signatures. So it begs the question of the authenticity of the signatures that were collected by the people behind the impeachment motion.
Yes, Brenda, this was in the case that was presented in the Employment and Labor Relations Court by Sonko's lawyer, Mr. Harrison Kinyanjui, and a number of members of County Assembly amounting to 62. They said that the number of signatures that were forwarded to the Speaker, a number amounting to 86 of them being the 62 of them, they did not participate in this signature collection to impeach the governor. And that now raised the questions about the authenticity of the signatures that are forwarded to the Speaker to be able to approve this particular motion. So that happened on Tuesday, yes, when the governor was meeting some of the members of the county assembly at Riverside Drive, whereby they were tear-gassed by police officers. And it is also alleged that the same members of county assembly that were there, it is still the same number that is in Mombasa. Right. So we are waiting to see also in this motion, if they proceed, what happens, because now the court has already stopped the process.
All right, and Wambua, in a minute, as we wind up, just in a minute, kindly respond to this. So how successful will this impeachment motion be? Because this is the second time the county assembly, members of the county assembly are trying to impeach, you know, moving a motion to impeach the governor. The court stopped the first process. Again, the court is stopping this second process. So how successful will the MCA's be, you know, the MCA's motion be successful this time?
Yes, Brenda, it was tried in January, early this year, February, by Peter Imotok, the Makongeni member of County Assembly, who is also the minority whip in the County Assembly. We launched the same motion to impeach the governor, but then the court again halted it on March this year. And one of the arguments that Harrison Kinyanjui was having in court was this case from March has not yet been completed by the court. It has not been decided. Therefore, they cannot again launch another motion to impeach the governor while the first one has not been completed. So it is not the first attempt to impeach the governor. It is the second. And we are waiting to see what will happen, because the first case by Peter Imotok to impeach the governor, that was halted by the court, that is in March, early this year, did not go through. And now the court having decided that it is unconstitutional for the County Assembly to sit and to again decide on this particular motion today, we're waiting to see what will happen. If they will proceed, then we're expecting, of course, the governor to move to court. But then again, as I said, the question of the quorum will again play a very big part in this motion.
Right, thank you so much. Nicholas Sombo, I know you'll give us more updates because it is a developing story here in Nairobi County. And away from that, in the Doctors' Union, that is KMPDU, maintains